Police Story 2 is not considered a film which necessarily tops the original, but many seem to consider it wholly worthy of the original Police Story all the same. I think it is a very solid sequel myself. It's just good to know that after finishing Police Story 1, you can pop on the next one, and I don't think any of the action sequences or set pieces top the initial chase or the final shopping mall fight of Police Story, the initial picture. Although, for instance, the infamous playground fight scene in Police Story 2 is absolutely magnificent. It's an extraordinarily entertaining film that one has no complaints about whilst watching it. It's really only in retrospect when they consider, oh, is that as memorable as Police Story 1? Probably not. Jackie Chan July slash early August-ish is over, although given how much I was thoroughly entertained watching Police Story again recently, I figured it's to the urge, the tractor beam of 2, 3, and 4. It's unavoidable. And so Police Story 2 made for another fantastic time. We're not going to indulge in what at least one generously referred to as philosophy for this particular Police Story film. We'll see how I feel when we get to Police Story 3. That's a film which, I guess, quite famously recently, Quentin Tarantino championed as the film that needs to be, or maybe it wasn't that recently. He claimed that it ought to be the film that we put on the satellite and send out into space, to show off to the extraterrestrials what we're capable of. They're capable of sending their UFOs down into our oceans, breaking the water without so much of an impact, seemingly, penetrating the surface there. If the recent reports are to be believed, anyway. If they are to be believed, it is terrifying. Let's spend the remainder of the hours that we have doing something that is sufficiently and undeniably, inevitably enjoyable. Police Story films will have to do. Share your own thoughts below on Police Story, cinema in general, extraterrestrials, UFOs, whatever you feel so inclined. Thanks again, my good and dear friends.